Hello, I'm Edward Tarte, math teacher. This is a solution video for my math challenge, Radians. In that challenge, I first gave the definition of a radian. Given a circle of any size, we mark off one radius, I call its length r. Then I mark off that same length r in a curved length along the circle right here, and then I connect the other end of that curved R to the center, making another straight R. This angle at the center is by definition 1 radian. Then I asked 3 questions. Based on this definition and also your knowledge of geometry about angles and circles, how many radians are there in a complete revolution, a complete circle? And then with that information, along with the fact that 360 degrees make a complete circle, I asked 2 follow-up questions. 72 degrees is exactly how many radians? And 135 degrees is exactly how many radians? Here are my solutions. First, to determine how many radians make a complete circle, we take from geometry the formula that the circumference of a circle is 2 pi times the radius, c equals 2 pi r. This curved r corresponds to this 1 radian as a central angle, and therefore in this formula we can replace r by the word radians. And so that actually answers my first question. The circumference of a circle, that is all the way around a circle, is how many radians? It is 2 pi radians. 2 pi is approximately 6 28/100ths. That's a little more than 6 radians. Now to get to the follow-up questions, the circumference of a circle, that is all the way around a circle, is 360 degrees, and so I make that substitution in the equation, and I have 360 degrees equals 2 pi radians. I can divide both sides of that equation by 2, and I get the simple relationship. 180 degrees equals pi radians. This relationship allows us to convert any number of degrees to radians or any number of radians to degrees. And so we turn to my 2 follow-up questions now. The first follow-up question, 72 degrees equals how many radians? To answer that question, I can set up this proportion, 180 degrees over pi radians equals 72 degrees over n radians. I can solve that equation by cross-multiplying, giving me the equation 180n equals 72 pi. Dividing both sides of the equation by 180, we have n equals 72 pi over 180. Reducing that fraction, dividing both numerator and denominator by 36, gives, in lowest terms, 2 pi over 5. And so we've answered my first follow-up question. 72 degrees is 2/5 pi radians, or 2 pi over 5 radians. Now for my other follow-up question, 135 degrees is exactly how many radians? We set up the proportion 180 over pi equals 135 over n. We solve that equation the same way. We cross-multiply, giving 180n equals 135 pi. We divide both sides by 180 and reduce the fraction to lowest terms. We can divide both numerator and denominator by 45. And we get n equals 3 pi over 4, or 3/4 pi. And so that answers my second follow-up question. 135 degrees is 3/4 pi radians, or 3 pi over 4 radians. And so there you have the solution to my Radians math challenge. Thank you for watching this solution video.